Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gators. Right there, 54 miles. Hey, pick your game up. 25.
They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A gain of 6 there on first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road, you're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on, long way to go in this one.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there, it'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Rock it.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Get in the weight room. Hey, exit. Bang. Check 3. Go out. Hustle, hit it.
From the gun, Daniels. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Thomas. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go. 8, read. 54. Here we go. Hey, watch it. He's checking. Go. Be tripping.
On 1st down, Hubbard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
The 42-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant. Hey, Sam off. Sit.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flushed out right. They'll find Miller. That's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
Ready.
But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That's all you got?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there,
Come on, set.
that's a big day.
Too soft. Stay with your man.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. Open man is Ross, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Here we go, set. 10 Lobo. Go. Yep. Go. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Slam. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Go. Go.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Montgomery, they'll run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So Montgomery denied on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand.
Ready, set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Squeeze.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to throw. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Hey, Charlie. Check, check. Check. Check, 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 check.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Rock it.
To throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. 2nd down and inches. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Right there. 54, right there.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I can't believe they even let you play. Out, out. You're out. Go.
2nd and 6. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Daniels steps away to his left. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here's Johnson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They're not ready for this. They still hard. Y'all play. Hey, lock it. Switch. Lead dribble.
Off play action. Daniels. He'll let this go for the end zone. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Golladay. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
To Johnson again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what What was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Going to give this time to the tailback. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. They'll run it with Johnson. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. On the ground, this is Johnson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
Got it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
What's that? Come on, 16. I'm coming, 16. You run, baby. I'm in your head all day, baby. Come on.
To throw again. Lawrence. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back to throw. Lawrence. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Yeah, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Hubbard. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great... effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Let's go. Check 15, check 15.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam off. Tyler, 64. Weak. Check. Fresno. Go. Slam.
From the gun, Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go. Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. 59. Hard. Check 52. Hit it.
They run here with Singletary. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Come on,
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Hey, lock it. You go try. Sweet grip.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Go now. 90 Wolf. Double time. 6-6. Bullet high. Bam. Ready.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence completes it to Miller. And he's got this down to the 35. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On first down, Hubbard. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
He'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down, Montgomery. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The throw over the middle, taken in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We got this. And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at
On
the
the
40-yard line.
58, come on. There's a party now. Big Griffin.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Delta. Ready?
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
First down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Strong right. Even. 4 down. Even. Now.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. It's complete. It's Miller. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Down. 90 Wolf. Silver. Rock it. Rock the shit. Slam. Hit it.
Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is gone. 59. Hey, we heavy on the edges. On the ball. Check. Crunch. Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Daniels. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Yep, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Devin Singletary, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence going for the deep ball. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. To throw on 2nd down, Daniels. He's going to loft one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Lions. 48 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Go! Leo! Be grip!
That one looks like he'll throw here. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that